think a lot about some of those early things where we had to define what the school looked like. I remember one of the first things we did as a student body was pick the team name.
So one story that I'm fond of, that at least as I remember it, had to do with the naming of the Heschel teams, which was put in the hands of the students.
We voted on it, obviously very democratic.
And they wanted something alliterative, because isn't that what you do?
And we voted on the Heschel Hawks.
And they wanted to be the Heschel Hawks.
What a better image for a high school name, sports name, than the Hawks. It strikes fear.
So Peter Geffen, who was still here frequently at that point, came in and spoke to them at a town hall meeting and made it clear the decision was theirs, but that there were a couple of considerations that he wanted them to keep in mind.
We could see all of the diving birds everywhere. And at the time, it was just around the beginning of the war in Afghanistan and the war in Iraq. And I remember, I think it was Peter, pushed the school leadership to have us reconsider what the image of a hawk represented beyond just a sports name.
One, of course, is that hawks are vicious birds of prey, and is that the image that we want?
What it meant politically, what it meant about people and their sort of affinity for warlike activity, and would that really jive well with the mission of Heschel or with the ethos we wanted to create around Heschel. The school agreed, and so they made us a part of the conversation and pushed us to consider other options.
And needless to say, we are the Heschel Heat.
And I remember right after we decided on going with the Heat, which turned out to be a great name, the next day Larry Rispoli, our gym teacher, was proudly showing us his hand-drawn logo, which was a sun that had rays around it that spelled out Heschel in Hebrew, in some of the negative space. But then what happened really, I think serendipitously and nicely, was that this idea of heat became central to all of the infrastructure, or all the things we built as a student body. And so our newspaper became the Helios, our yearbook became the Torch, and all of those came with their own sort of homegrown logos. And I think it was really cool that it's not something that would have happened had we gone with our initial thinking, and kind of represents this idea that Heschel pushes you, again, to think about what you stand for.